Hello and welcome to Campus 2 Community, the Columbia Basin College news magazine, to keep you informed of what's happening at CBC and how we might better serve you. And today on our kickoff show for 2013-2014, we're going to talk a little bit about GED testing and some important deadlines coming up. We'll be speaking with the Assistant Dean for Basic Skills, Daphne Larios. Prior to that, however, we'll be talking to the new student body president at Columbia Basin College, Denisse Lazaro. But first, we're going to hear about two new bachelor programs and the upcoming 2013-2014 school year with the president of Columbia Basin College, Rich Cummins. And Rich, welcome to the show to kick off the new school year.
Thank you, Frank. Good to be here.
Well, CBC recently received approval for two new bachelor degree programs, already having one. And that's great news. Can you tell us a little bit about these two new degrees?
Yes, we have, as you know, a Bachelor of Applied Management degree that's already graduated. I think it's third class already. So we're very successful in that arena. The two new bachelor programs are a Bachelor of Applied Science in Project Management and a Bachelor of Applied Science in Cybersecurity. The cybersecurity degree is basically one way to think of it might be it's a information technology / computer science degree that has significant components of business and criminal justice put into it. It's basically a degree that in the future probably every business will need to have some kind of security or some kind of informational professional. But right now there's zero unemployment because it's unfortunately a hot degree needed to protect us from international espionage and cyber terrorism. So it's a big degree for homeland security.
And the project management.
Thank you. And the project management, of course, is a degree that's increasingly necessary for complex, different kinds of projects in construction and engineering and design. You know, one of the biggest construction projects in the world is happening in North Richland as the waste treatment project is being constructed. And of course they need tons of project managers to help with that work.
Okay, now are either of these degrees duplicating any degrees that the four-year colleges and universities are providing?
The Community Technical College system in 2007 was given statutory authority to build bachelor's degrees in areas where colleges currently have Associate of Applied Science degrees. Universities don't offer applied science degrees. So we're only building degrees, in other words, that are so-called technical or career-oriented degrees, ones that have to do with workforce and immediate employment in an area.
Now, CBC has always been a college that has responded to community needs. Now, were these degrees a result of community or industry requests?
Absolutely. When we first started putting together the idea for cybersecurity, we talked to Pacific Northwest National Laboratory, and they gave us $118,000 to get the project underway, to do the initial curriculum development and hire a faculty member and that sort of thing. Yes, absolutely, and we expect that we'll be taking in students who'll be able to get security clearance and you know, go work at national laboratories and that kind of work in the DOE world and other national defense kind of spots. The project management degree, same thing. The Benton and Franklin counties has something like 400% of the state average of engineers and architects and designers and those kinds of individuals. And project managers work closely with all of those professions to make sure that projects are done on time, within scope, and within budget. So they're fantastic, and you know, and our community wants them and has approached us.
Well, this is going to be great for the community. And finally, you got to be looking forward to the new school year.
Oh, I'm a fall kind of guy. I mean, I love the new academic year. It's just fantastic to see thousands of people come back and you know, and start their journey on what's going to be a fantastic new road for them. It's fantastic, and I always get excited by the fall.
Great. Thanks for joining us, Rich.
Thank you, Frank.
Now, coming up, we're going to meet the new Associated Student Body President for Columbia Basin College, right after this.
Looking for a career where you are needed, can travel, and earn an excellent wage? In the next 3 to 5 years, more than 40% of the nuclear energy workforce will be eligible to retire. Columbia Basin College Nuclear Technology Program provides training to become radiation protection technicians, non-licensed operators, and instrument and control technicians. Here's your chance to become part of the nuclear workforce. Train today to power up your career.
And welcome back. With us now is the 2013-2014 ASCBC, or Associated Student Body President for Columbia Basin College, Denisse Lazaro. And Denisse, first of all, congratulations on winning the position. And why don't we start out is why you decided to run for president of ASB?
The reason why I decided to run was because in the past I've had many leadership positions, such as being captain of a team or president of a club in high school, and I thought this would be a bigger, better challenge for me to learn more leadership skills. And I mean, not only am I in charge of now 15 to 20 students, but now it's 5,000 students that I have to look out for.
Fantastic. And speaking of just coming to Columbia Basin College, why did you choose CBC?
Honestly, it wasn't my first choice, but because it's close to home and I love my family, and plays a big factor in my education or where I go, and finance, I thought CBC would be a perfect choice to complete my 2 years and then transfer on. Fantastic.
So about the ASB now, what kinds of things is ASB involved in at CBC?
ASB is in charge of all the clubs at school, which offer a different variety type of things for all the students to do, which come out to be the club council, and they all come together, and then we all see how we can make it better at CBC. Also, we have our leadership council, which is a group of volunteers that come together and discuss how we can make Columbia Basin College a better community college. Also, we have our service and activities board, which create events for the students to attend to. So
a lot going on.
Yes.
Yeah. So now you were a camp student, college assistance migrant program, right?
Yes.
In your freshman year. So how did that help you both academically and emotionally?
Being as a first-year college program, it was really helpful because they taught us a lot of learning skills that we can apply to our education. Also, it was as if we were a big family because we all came from the same background and that sort of stuff. So we all had the same kind of story. And so it was, at the end of the year, we were just like a big part of the family, and it was a great support system for all of us.
Fantastic. Now, what is your major and where do you plan on going after CBC?
I plan to major in nursing. I either plan to transfer to WSU's College of Nursing in Spokane, or here at CBC is the nursing program here at CBC.
Well, congratulations on winning presidency for ASB, and also good luck in the future, and we're pleased to have you and proud to have you at Columbia Basin College.
Thank you, Frank.
Coming up, we're going to learn about some important deadlines for those that have completed and passed some GED tests, but not all of them, right after this. Welcome back. Of course, Columbia Basin College, as part of its mission, is basic skills, and that is giving students the opportunity to obtain their GED. And coming up here in a few months is going to be a deadline for those that have taken some GED tests, passed them, but not passed them all. And with us to explain the importance of these deadlines is the Assistant Dean for Basic Skills at Columbia Basin College, Daphne Larios. Glad to have you.
Thank you, Frank. Thanks for having me.
And so what is so important now about these deadlines coming up for students that have passed some of the tests, but not all of them?
So the students who have taken one or more of the 5 tests for the GED, it's really important that they take it before December if they have remaining tests due to the end of the GED 2002 series. The 2014 series will be starting in January, so any students who have taken previous tests will lose those scores as of the end of December of 2013.
Now, for a lot of people that don't know, you mentioned 5 tests. What are those 5 tests?
So we have English, reading, math, science, and social studies are the 5 tests.
Okay, and then as far as the deadline is concerned, it's actually December 31st, but they really need to get in and take it before then, right?
Correct. It is December 31st, but unfortunately with the testing schedule, we have to accommodate the community. So we're asking students to make sure and come in early to make sure that they get an appointment, and that way if they do need to retest, because they do have that availability, that they retest before the second week of December.
Okay, because after the second week of December, what happens?
After the second week of December, there will be no more testing spots available. So the testing center will close, which will allow them time to send off the remaining tests to get them scored. Okay,
very good. Now, talking about the GED program at CBC and how it helps students prepare to earn their GED.
So students can come in and take what we call adult basic education classes. They take these classes to help them with skills, so they may have a deficiency in math or reading. So we enroll them in these courses, and then after they're done taking the courses, it helps them with skill level gains, and then we allow them to go ahead and take the GED test.
Okay, now the Learning Opportunity Center is where these adult basic education classes take place, and that's going to undergone some physical changes heading into fall. Tell us a little bit about them and why they occurred.
Sure. Well, the LOC, which was the Learning Opportunity Center, used to be an open area where students would come in and work at their own pace. We have moved into a schedule that's a little bit different. Students will actually take courses as if they were taking college courses. So they will come in and take a math course, they'll come in and take a reading course or a science course, and it's content-based, and they will be in a classroom of 15 to 20 students with one instructor, and it'll be more direct instruction instead of working on their own.
Oh, wow. Okay. So to get into the GED program, how do students go about doing that? So
students will come in and talk to Delia Valdez. She's in the upper level of the A building. Students will talk to her, get registered for an orientation. Once they're registered for an orientation, we will give them a placement test, find out where they place, and then recommend which classes for them to take.
Fantastic. Thanks for joining us, Daphne.
Thank you, Frank.
And for more information on any of the subjects we talked about today, just go to the CBC website on the screen at columbiabasin.edu. And that's Campus to Community for September. We'll see you next month.